A couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine were talking over Facebook about the strategies used to solo the Rancor raid in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and he asked me to make a video out of it, so I figured, hey, that'd be fun, so let's go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and start talking about the team here. I use Darth Vader as my leader because his leadership ability is absolutely amazing for the Rancor raid. He has 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter for any Empire and Sith ally, which is very cool. And also, he has the ability to regain damage over time for 2 turns whenever damage over time expires on them. Now, since his AoE causes damage over time, he's always going to be getting it back. And thankfully, he also has, I have the Zeta on his unique ability, so he gains 5% health every time a damage over time expires. So kind of wordy, but basically they're always going to have dots. When the dots go away, you're getting health back, so it's pretty awesome. And you're removing turn meter, which is the whole reason to, the easiest way to solo the Rancor raid is just to always remove turn meter. I use Emperor Palpatine mainly for DPS and AoE attacks in Phase 1. He's an awesome character, I love him. I do use his Let the Hate Flow, and I'll kind of get to why I do that here in a second after I explain the other characters. So you'll see that pop randomly and you'll be like, why did he do that? And then it kind of starts to make sense in a really weird way. Next I use Grand Admiral Thrawn. I love him. He's my favorite character in the whole game. He's absolutely amazing. I do not care for the Phoenix faction whatsoever, but it was absolutely worth grinding them up to get him. He's perfect in any raid, anything. He's the best, and he has the best capital ship in the game as well. So he's an all-around winning character, and I know it's supposed to be about the Rancor raid, but he's awesome. He's very cool, and he's cool in Star Wars Rebels. So I use him for Fracture. Basically, just stops the Rancor in his tracks. It unfortunately does stop Admiral Thrawn from going, but that's fine. We can deal with that because if the Rancor's not moving, I have plenty of other characters to dish out massive damage. He also will be able to swap turn meter with Jyn Erso. So you'll notice throughout this raid they're going to be swapping turn meter a lot. And the whole reason that I do that is I want his Fracture cooldown to be going down as fast as possible, him taking as many turns as possible to get back to Fracture again. Then we move on to Darth Nihilus. He's another awesome character. I use him just for Annihilate. It doesn't actually kill the Rancor, but it does hit it for 9,999. Or 99,999, which is very awesome. So he's probably at the end, he will be the one that has dealt the most damage. I believe it's 5 cooldowns for his Annihilate. If memory serves correct, I'll have to take a look. But we'll just keep. I would think normally I would be giving the turn meter to him, but I can get Thrawn to go a lot faster by giving it to Jyn Erso. And then where she comes in is through her Treachery Strike. She's going to remove any turn meter from the Rancor and give it back to herself. And then once we get the turn meter back, I'll then use this Rebel counter attack. And then I'll swap turn meter because it's going to get 100% turn meter to the other character. I'll give that back to Grand Admiral Thrawn. So that way he's ready to go again. But you don't want to do this while Grand Admiral Thrawn has them under Fracture. You want to do it when he's done with Fracture, so you can just immediately remove a turn from him and make it very easy. So you'll notice a lot, if he's 1 cooldown from Fracture again, what I'll do is I'll save both of their turn meter swaps, and I'll swap turn meter to Jyn Erso, and then Jyn Erso will swap it right back to him, and then his Fracture will be up, and the Rancor won't be able to go throughout those 2 turns because it's 100% change each time, and then I'll Fracture him again. So that will help keep him locked, and then her Treachery Strike will help keep him from getting turn meter again. That's why I use her more than, now that I have CLS, I technically probably should be using him, but I think it's a lot more fun to use Jyn Erso. And as you can tell, none of this is scripted, or I have like a few notes rather, sorry, like of just what their stats are, so I can kind of explain those for the mod sets. So this is probably a lot of rambling, but hey, it's my first video. I don't really care. We'll get better as time goes on, right? So just to kind of talk about how I stay in front of them, outside of the Fracture itself, my characters are also pretty fast, because a lot of this is my PvP team, because that's currently the meta. Basically, if you were to take out Jyn Erso and put in Scion and or Short Trooper, then we would have my PvP team. But we're not really talking about that right now, so we'll go back to the Rancor. So, speed-wise, Darth Vader has plus 82 speed, so he has a total of 203. Emperor Palpatine has plus 103 for a total of 225. Grand Admiral Thrawn has 96 speed from mods, plus 96 for a total of 246. Darth Nihilus has plus 93 for a total of 213. And then Jyn Erso has plus 58 for a total of 215. So basically the goal is to have everyone over 200, if not more than that. So that way they're constantly going. So what we'll do here is we will wait 10 minutes as we try to do 0 damage 24 hours, but some people don't have a 7-star level 1 character, which is perfectly fine. But as you can tell, we have quite a few that do. So we'll wait for this 10 minutes and then I'll be back and we'll do the raid. Okay, we're loading up the raid. We got a little bit behind somebody, so we're a little bit into phase 1, about 50%, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, phase 1 is the easiest phase, so it's not really anything to be too concerned about. So what we're going to do here is just get Grand Admiral Thrawn ready to do his fracture is what we're going to start out with. So throw a Calling Blade. Yes, one more turn. Looks like somebody's already done with phase 1. Okay. Alright. Let's get in a little swing here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give turn meter back to Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's going to give it back to Jyn Erso. She's going to do this Truncheon Strike, take his turn meter. So now she's getting ready to go again, and with her speed she should come up here pretty quickly. Yep. I'll remove the turn meter. Alright, he got to go once. Now I'll put him back in fracture as soon as Grand Admiral Thrawn's ready to go. Okay. You'll see me do that a lot. That's just a habit from PvP. It doesn't do anything to him. Okay. Just take turn meter from him. Give it back to Jyn Erso. She's going to give it back to Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now he only has one turn left before his fracture again. We'll just refracture him. Put some speed down on him. Hit that out of habit. So as you can see, his dots are coming back from Darth Vader's leadership. That 10 up there, that's just going to keep increasing. And then we'll just rinse and repeat this. So it's going to be a lot of that, a lot of back and forth between those two. Just put them back in fracture. Hit that button again. This is definitely good where having really fast characters comes into play. Even though he's fractured and he can't move, I still need Grand Admiral Thrawn to be really fast after this, so that way he can pull off fracture again. And there we go. And he's dead. So phase 2, we actually fight the Rancor. He has the Devour, for anyone that hasn't done this raid, which can basically just eats one of your enemies, no matter what gear level they are. I should probably mention the gear levels of these characters. Jyn Erso's at gear 8, and the rest are all gear 12. Just because they're my PvP team. Okay. Now we'll get ready to put him back in fracture, so we're going to give the turn meter back to Jyn Erso. Oh, I didn't leave that cooldown. Oh well, it's going to work anyways. Luckily, his speed wasn't in good enough location increasing, so... Yeah, this is pretty much it. Just let them two waste each other's turns, so that way you can get fractured back up. Which kind of sucks that I fractured him and then took down the door, because he hits so hard, like 23,000 right there. But he was kind of wasted through this run. But that's fine, we'll get the door down again eventually. Alright, now he's starting to fracture. Good, put him back in fracture. Then we're just going to keep stripping turn meter from Darth Vader's leadership ability. Try to get speed down on him, and that keeps resisting. And what we'll do here, and I keep forgetting to do actually, is actually we're not going to have to do that right now. She's going to go anyways. We'll give everybody offense up. Give him turn meter. And we're ready to fracture again. Rinse and repeat. So once we get to phase 2-ish, or phase 3 roughly, I'll speed up the YouTube video so it's not just looking at the same thing. But this is the general idea. I just want to be able to get speed down on him, but he keeps resisting it. And I think that's all due to me having these modded for PvP as well. I mean, I want the speed definitely, but Darth Vader has whatever his base potency is, I believe. But we're not going to have to do that. So now Jin's just going to go and get turn meter right back to Abathron again, and then back in fracture. You want to try to take his turn meter again? Yeah, so the whole idea is just to keep him locked. Like I said, Nihilus is really just there just to make the big hits when his cooldown comes in. Come on, get that speed down. There we go. Just one less thing to have to worry about. Because if he does get to go, and I've had this happen in many raids before, is he always goes after Jin Ursa. I don't know. I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that she has the lowest health, or it's just really terrible RNG for me. But it always seems to happen, and he can kill her in 2 hits. And I don't have her Zeta on her, which gives her immunity to stun, which helps in this, but it's otherwise a worthless Zeta. And I'd much rather use those mats for something else. So the door should come up one more time throughout phase 2, if not twice. If not 2 more times, sorry. I'm trying to remember exactly. But for the most part, he's stuck in a stalemate right now. So we'll get him back in fracture. This is very time consuming too, so that's why I don't always do the heroic raid in our guild. Occasionally I will, but granted I get more Han shards faster. But when they launch them at 10 o'clock at night, for example, I don't do them. I'll just put my 0 up the day before. But it's fun to do when you have the time for it. Alright, got rid of this turn meter again. So this 15 here, we're stacking up how there's the little explosion icon at the time. We're going to stack that up as relatively high and throw Calling Blade at it, and it should hit for hopefully 100,000. Alright, now we're going to try to take his turn meter away from him. So we'll wait till we get down further in his health, maybe around 20% or something. We'll throw it at him and see what it does. I almost went to throw it just talking about it. Give everyone offense up again. Keep forgetting to do that. actually, what we'll do is we'll do it when the door's down. So we'll put another dot on him, and then we'll wait until Darth Vader's ready to use his Force Crush again, and then we'll bring the door down and hit him with Calming Blade, and then do the Force Crush so we have a better chance of getting speed down back on him. So we'll just wait out this fracture essentially, and then drop the gate. That'd probably be the easiest to do. Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. We'll give Nihilus his Annihilate. We'll throw a Calling Blade. Give everyone offense up before doing it. Let's put it at 1 speed and see what it hits whenever it calculates it. 335,000. Oops, I didn't mean to use that. That's no problem though. Now I'll use Annihilate. Try to get speed back down since we have Valor. Didn't want to. Try to get him. I gotta give some turn meter to Darth Vader so we can try to get speed down. Even though there's only 8%, but better safe than sorry. Alright, he should be ready to fracture. This should just kill him. Oh, it didn't. I really thought it was going to. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save his Force Crush. We'll just kill him. There we go. So that's phase 2. Phase 3 is the same, just if you're suffering a negative status effect, you're not as powerful. I think it's 50%. I didn't read the screen. I was thinking about other things. So now we're gonna rinse and repeat. Put him back in fracture. Hopefully get speed down. There we go. Now once again, we'll wait for the door. Dodge. That's funny. Okay, give turn meter back to her. Now, I'm trying to think how I want to do this. We'll just wait it out. I don't want to use Jyn Erso to give the turn meter back to him because it might take the door down. But we can do this to get 2 reduced on his Annihilate cooldown for Nihilus. Put him back in fracture. And just hit Annihilate on him. Okay, so we're ready. So actually what we'll do is we'll just attack normal for this turn. Oh, he's still in fracture. Oh wait. Forgot about that. Normal attacks. Okay, just normal attack again. Kind of don't know if I want to sacrifice that speed down or not. Maybe we'll just gamble for it. We'll hope we get it. Do a normal attack, and then we'll take down the door. This probably won't hit as hard. We'll get offense up on everybody. Just normal attack. There's only 7 damage over time on him right now, but let's see what he hits for this time. 147,000, that's not bad at all. Okay. Just normal attacks throughout here. Speed back up. Now, hopefully we get speed down again. And keeps resisting it. Oh well, it's okay. Well, we're not even gonna have to do that. We'll just do a normal attack and then we'll put him back in fracture. Hit that out of habit. I mean, it makes sense when the controller for the door is up to do that, but not really any other time. He's gonna be up. Miles is gonna be up for Annihilate. So let's give this to Jin Urso. She's gonna give it right back to him. Then we'll be ready for Fracture. The offense back up again. And Fracture. Ooh, whiff. All right, let's see if we get speed down. There we go. Normally I don't stress it so much, but since I'm recording this and everyone else in the guild is already going, if I were to back out, then I would register as a 0. And for purposes of recording this, I just want to make sure I saw the way. Oh, I forgot to swap turn meter. That's okay. He has speed down right now, so it should be okay. Yeah, so here's a time where he has one left on his cooldown, so once again, just swap it back and forth. So even if you don't time it correctly and you leave him with one, at least with my mod setting so fast, it really doesn't matter. But I try to keep it as much as possible that when Jin Urso's giving him the turn meter back, he's ready. I'm finally remembering to put my offense back on him. I think she only has one. Yeah, but that's fine. That'll let her go real fast. So she's stealing all the turn meter, which I think is a really cool utility for her. Okay. I honestly don't know why I keep hitting that. Steel turn meter. Fracture again. Starting to be a pattern, huh? It's gonna be a very long time to get these characters to be able to do this, though. The first time I soloed it, I was very, very, very excited. Oh no, he's getting ready to go again. Oh, this isn't good. I'm not there. I hope I can steal it. No! Just don't hit Jin. Okay, we're good. We're good. Whew. Okay. So now, since she got hit, I'm going to have to use Let the Hate Flow, which is going to steal a little bit of health from her, but then it'll give her health steal up, so we can get her back up to normal. And then she'll slowly gain her protection back as Thrawn is swapping turn meter with her, because he gives protection for that as well. He's still under fraction, so we'll attack again. Alright. Come on, get it. Oh no, that is not good. Need to give her... Oh man, this sucks. Oh, I got so lucky. I really thought I was going to lose Jin there. I really thought I was going to. That's 2 times now she's whiffed completely. Like when it's low, she's like, yeah, I'll pull it, no problem. But when it's really high and it means something, Jin likes to apparently just miss it. Oh well, that's okay. Get some more dots on him. Alright, Jin. Take the turn meter. Thank you. Got me a little nervous there. Get her health back out. Okay. Now we'll give everyone offense up again. Alright. This is going relatively smoothly. I really should gear her up, but I just haven't. I just keep forgetting. Okay. He's got 27 stacks on him. Let's see what we get. 451,000. That is so fun. Come on, get that speed down. There you go. Oh, for those of you who may not know, the speed down is the little red running guy. Up on his status effects there at the top. Okay, so just keep attacking. Hit him with Annihilate. Fraction him again. Give everyone offense up. And we're just gonna keep punishing him. He's at 3.7%. I don't think I'm gonna fracture him this time. If I can get this, we'll be fine. No, I'm gonna have to fracture him. Damn it, Chin. You know what? We'll do this. There we go. That works too. So phase 4, there's no more door control panel, but he does lose Devour, which is awesome. However, he does have 25% more speed, so I have to keep that speed down on him, or I think sometimes he outruns me, and this is when I lose Jin, because he hits real hard. And starting off with an awesome dodge. So let's get him under fracture right away. And then we're not going to gamble too much with the speed down once I get it on him. We'll probably just play this out. Again, at this point, I might just speed it up or I might just let it roll. I don't really know yet. See how long it takes to upload if it's a full one. Alright, now let's hope we get that speed down. And we didn't. Jin, the last little bit of health she needs. There, now she's back at full health. Okay. Let's give this turn meter to Darth Vader real quick, because we want to get that speed down as fast as possible on him. And she should be able to go again before Throne comes out of Fracture. But she's going to be off by 2 turns now. Dang it, yeah, I messed that up. That's okay, though. Alright, we'll hit them with Annihilate. Give everyone offense up again. Take that turn meter. Resist it again. I'm going to have to adjust her potency. That's very bothersome if I'm going to raid this a lot. But I think I'll be like a lot of the other players in our guild, and once they have their 7-star Han, they pretty much just zero it out. But for now, it's really fun. Like I said, when you have the time. Take it. There you go. So now we're going to turn meter to her again. She's going to give it back to him. Hopefully, now we got 2 more. So what we'll do is next turn we'll throw Calling Blade. Since he'll be up for a new Force Crush. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw it. Now hopefully we get speed down. There we go. Makes me feel a little bit more comfortable doing this. Let's go ahead and try to steal his turn meter from him. Do it. There you go. Everyone offense up again. We'll give this back to Thrawn. And put him back under Fracture. So far this is going pretty good. Just got real nervous there when she missed those 2 times. I can't believe that. I could gamble it, but I really don't want to right now. Actually, I don't need to swap turn meter at all because he's ready to go. Should we do it? Let's do it. Watch this totally be my undoing. 55,000, that really wasn't worth it. But at least we have fracture, so. Man, I shouldn't have risked that. It's got me a little nervous, but okay. Move the turn meter again. Alright. Okay. Alright. We'll go ahead and try it again. Oh, I didn't see what it was. Come on. There we go, speed down. Actually gonna give this to Dark Nihilist so we can get that Annihilate off a little quicker since he's coming up to it. There we go. Let's see, I got a little lucky there that he did not go before Great Admiral Thrawn. That was real luck. I shouldn't have thrown it, that was a bad idea, but it's okay. Hopefully we'll get it back. Nope. We don't have to do that at all. Actually, we'll give it here. We'll do it right there. Give it to Nihilus. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, her charge and strike should be up. Yep. Oh, this is gonna be so. I think he's gonna go. I really think he's gonna go. Yeah, he's probably gonna kill Jenner, so. Oh, surprisingly he didn't. Well, that was a close one. But that actually damaged him quite a bit by going from all the damage over time on him. So we get reverse turn meter back. I'm just gonna brute force it now. He's so low. Give me that speed down. That's fine, I'm not worried about it anymore, he's dead. And there you have it. That is soloing the Rancor in. Like I said, I got in a little bit late on phase 1, but phase 1 is by far the easiest phase. And the fastest too. I figured it'd be Nihilus that put up the most damage, but it did end up being Darth Vader. But there you go. Done and done. Okay, have a good one.